Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 30 of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, titled Grawp. This chapter takes us deep into the Forbidden Forest, where Hagrid finally shares the mysterious mission he undertook over the summer, and we meet a new, unexpected character, Hagrid's half-brother, Grawp. Let's unpack the secrets, the tension, and the heartfelt risks of this chapter. The chapter begins with Harry and Hermione growing increasingly concerned about Hagrid. His face is bruised and bloodied more often than not, and his behavior remains erratic. Despite their questions, Hagrid insists he's fine and won't tell them anything. Meanwhile, Umbridge's reign of terror continues at Hogwarts. Students whisper about Hagrid possibly being dismissed next, and even Professor McGonagall has started confronting Umbridge more openly. One day after a particularly rough lesson, Hagrid pulls Harry and Hermione aside and insists they come with him for something important. Ron, nursing his injured hand from Quidditch practice, stays behind. The two follow Hagrid as he leads them into the Forbidden Forest. The trek is arduous and unsettling. The thick canopy casts long shadows, strange noises echo around them, and the deeper they go, the more uneasy they feel. At one point, they are intercepted by centaurs who confront Hagrid aggressively, warning him not to venture further into their territory. The centaurs clearly despise humans and tell Hagrid in no uncertain terms that his presence, and the abomination he brought with him, is an affront to their forest. Hagrid, unfazed, dismisses their warnings and leads Harry and Hermione onward. Finally, they reach a small clearing deep in the forest. There, crouched awkwardly, and almost blending into the surrounding trees, is Grawp. At first glance, Harry and Hermione can hardly believe their eyes. He's massive, at least 16 feet tall, with tangled hair, coarse skin, and a confused, childlike expression. Hagrid introduces him as his half-brother, explaining that after Dumbledore sent him to parley with the giants over the summer, he discovered Grawp among the hostile tribes. Hagrid explains how he couldn't bear to leave Grawp there bullied and beaten by the other giants, so he brought him back to Hogwarts in secret. But Grawp has been impossible to control. Hagrid desperately wants to civilize him, teaching him English and basic manners. He even demonstrates, asking Grawp to say Hermione's name, resulting in a garbled but recognizably affectionate Hermy. Hermione is visibly horrified by the entire situation, while Harry feels a mixture of pity and disbelief. Hagrid confides that he's worried about being sacked soon and needs someone to look after Grawp in his absence. He begs Harry and Hermione to visit Grawp and keep him company if Hagrid is forced to leave. Neither of them agrees outright, but Hagrid seems satisfied enough with their silence. Their visit is cut short as Grawp becomes agitated, trying to reach for Hermione, who shrinks back in fear. Hagrid pulls them away quickly, promising Grawp he'll be back soon and leading Harry and Hermione out of the forest. As they make their way back to the castle, the mood is tense. Harry and Hermione are troubled not just by what they've seen, but by what Hagrid is asking them to do, a dangerous favor that could easily get them killed. The chapter ends with the ominous reality that Hagrid's job at Hogwarts is hanging by a thread. And his loyalty to family and Dumbledore has led him into a desperate situation. Key moments in the chapter include Hagrid's mysterious injuries and increasingly erratic behavior. Hagrid leading Harry and Hermione deep into the Forbidden Forest. The confrontation with hostile centaurs who resent Hagrid's presence and his abomination. The dramatic reveal of Grawp, Hagrid's half-brother, and Hagrid's emotional explanation of why he brought him back. Hermione's horror and Harry's mixed feelings about Grawp. Hagrid's plea to Harry and Hermione to watch over Grawp if he is dismissed. Grawp attempting to speak, calling Hermione Hermy. The looming threat of Hagrid losing his job. Book versus movie differences. In the book, Grawp's backstory is more fleshed out. We see his mistreatment by the giants, Hagrid's emotional reasons for bringing him to Hogwarts, and the escalating conflict with the centaurs. The movie condenses these elements, omitting much of Hagrid's plea to Harry and Hermione and minimizing the tension with the centaurs. The emotional weight of Hagrid's loyalty to Grawp is better explored in the book. That wraps up Chapter 30, Grawp. This chapter shows just how far Hagrid is willing to go for his family, even at great personal risk. What did you think about Hagrid's decision to bring Grawp to Hogwarts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for Chapter 31, OWLS.